Arya is going to assassinate Tommen. You are not going to like this theory. But for now, it's my theory, or like my headcanon, of what's going to happen in Winds of Winter with Arya. Until the books come out, of course. It probably won't happen, but I think it works. It takes into account some of the foreshadowing, the characters, and it feels like something George would do. It also addresses the Valonqar theory, because Arya is probably going to take out Cersei and Meryn Trant as well. But the way it goes is Arya gets sent back to King's Landing to assassinate Tommen as like her first job, or her first or final training mission. And Tommen being involved in like her final mission, or her finale of being a faceless man, tracks, because he was involved the first time she was a faceless man. Right, Arya's been taking on new identities throughout most of the story, and it started in King's Landing. Do you remember that scene where Arya was chasing cats, and she caught a hold of Balerion, the black tomcat, and kissed it on the head before it could scratch her? Well, Tommen or Myrcella come up and say, "What's that boy doing?" Arya realizing that they don't know her. They don't recognize her. It's the first time she takes on a new identity. Something that will continue for the rest of her story through Clash and Storm of Swords and into Feast with the Faceless Men. So Arya, when she's confronted by Tommen and Myrcella and asked, what's that boy doing? She realizes they don't recognize her, so she decides to run away. And when she runs away, she knocks Tommen down and then runs into the cellars where the dragon skulls are. Well, something similar is going to happen the second time. This time, though, she's going to use Sir Pounce. She's going to warg Sir Pounce as a skin changer, like she does in Bravos, and lure Tommen into that cellar with the dragon skulls in it. And that's where she's going to assassinate him. And this is her mission she was supposed to complete, and she's successful, but she's going to fail as a faceless man because she's not really no one. She's Arya Stark, and she has names on her list. But to get those other names, she needs Tommen's face, so she's going to cut his face off to wear it as a disguise. I told you you're not going to like this. And this is where the Valonqar theory comes in, because the Valonqar theory is the theory or the prophecy that's given to Cersei describing who's going to murder her, how she's going to die. And it said that she will die at the hand of a younger brother, which is probably Jaime, but I like my theory and I'm going to go with it for now, because it could also be Tyrion or Tommen, because Tommen is a younger brother. He may not be Cersei's younger brother, but he is a younger brother. And either way, in this theory, Tommen and Tyrion both fit. Because do you remember how Cersei's always afraid of Tyrion being in the walls and crawling out of them through like the back of her fireplace to come and get her? Or to come and get Tommen? Well, that's going to come true in a way. Just like the Valonqar theory. Because when Arya cuts off Tommen's face, she's never done it before, she's not very good at it, she's going to leave like a cut across the face, across Tommen's face when she does it, just like Tyrion has. Maybe even part of the nose is missing. So Arya is going to wear Tommen's face, but it's going to kind of look janky. It's going to kind of look like Tyrion as well. And she's going to sneak through the tunnels that connect to the cellar where she is, that she's already kind of half explored. And she's going to sneak up into Cersei's bedchamber through the hearth, just like Cersei's always afraid of. And she's going to come out looking like Tommen and looking like Tyrion at the same time. And she's going to assassinate Cersei with the golden chain of hands. The golden chain of hands that belong to Tyrion. So it'll be Tyrion's hands wrapped around Cersei's throat, just like the prophecy says. And she'll also be getting murdered by Tommen in a way. And Arya will be crossing a name off her list. During this whole time, there might also be some opportunity for Arya to avenge Syrio by confronting Meryn Trant. Which, if she could assassinate Meryn Trant somehow and show Meryn Trant that it's her doing it, that would be kind of fitting, because she does want revenge on Meryn Trant for Syrio as well. But the things I kind of like about this theory are it fulfills the Valonqar prophecy in a way. Arya's crossing names off her lists, which is something that she's wanted to do, right, and hasn't really been able to do on her own, except for like Pollivar. And also some of Cersei's worst fears come true as well. Right, she's been worried about this. It's only happening in a slightly different way. Like she sees Tyrion in every shadow, and she's going to see Tyrion in this shadow as well. Also, that imagery of Tommen seeing Balerion come to his window and hiss at them feels a little fitting too, because that's the cat that Arya kisses on the forehead when Tommen or Myrcella come up to her the first time. But yeah, so Arya's first time being a faceless man will involve Tommen, and her last time being a faceless man will involve Tommen, because, in character for Arya is her not actually being no one and her failing as a first man, which is something I think we expect. My one kind of problem with this theory is I don't know if Arya would actually do it if she got the mission to. Or maybe she's there for another reason and tries to give like Baron Trant a golden coin who's guarding Tommen and he gets a hold of it somehow, so he passes away without her meaning to. That could work as well. But for now, I'm going to go with this. Tell me what you think, and hopefully it's a little different in wins, but it feels like it could be. Like it feels like something that George would do. To take a character as innocent as Tommen and just give him a horrible death. And also to the question of who would hire the faceless men to assassinate poor young innocent Tommen in the first place. Well, I think there's a couple characters, right? People we know who have already hired them, such as Euron or Pattaya, definitely could do something like this. Especially if Pattaya is worried about, like, Tommen being around, having a rival claim to young Griff and Sansa in a betrothal that they have. But we'll see. Let me know about that in the comments as well.